Hey y'all, it's me Cody, and Diamond is here. Welcome to the CodiKnits podcast. This is, I don't remember what episode. Ugh. I'm Cody, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is a podcast about knitting. Um, let's see. You can find me on, hey, you need to calm down. Yeah, you silly girl. You can find me on Instagram as nurse_Cody, and Cody is spelled Codi. And Ravelry, Cody Knits, and there's a Ravelry podcast group called Cody Knits Podcast. And then you're probably watching me here on YouTube. Hopefully the sound will be better this time. A couple of people commented saying that they had some issues with the sound. And I apologize, but it is what it is. No, you cannot jump. You cannot jump. Mm-mm. Cannot jump. I film this on my iPhone or my iPad, and I do not have special lighting. I don't have a microphone, and I'm not going to invest in that stuff either. So I apologize, but I'll do my best to speak up more, and hopefully you can hear better this time. So anyway, it's been a couple weeks. I think I have. It's been last week was a long week. I just felt terrible with like cough. I still am coughing, but in congestion, my ears were stopped up, all of that stuff. And and then I've been dealing with trying to get my car fixed. I had someone rear-ended me a while ago now, and I'm finally getting my car fixed, and it's just it's a mess. Like, and Hertz rental people, they're the worst. I will never, ever, ever deal with those people again, ever. They're absolutely terrible. Like, it's hard. You can't even get anyone on the phone. Then they send you to different locations to have one that's closest to where you need to be picked up. And then they send you to different ones because they don't know. And then every time you call, it's like you have to do the whole thing all over again. It just doesn't make sense. And then instead of bringing a car to you, they send a Lyft or an Uber driver to pick you up and take you to their place. And then I reserved this car 2 days in advance. And then they're telling me when I get there that, they don't have the other person's insurance company set it up because they're having to pay for it. And they're like, we don't keep economy cars, so you have to get the other one, the next up, which I don't know what I have is an upgrade, but that's besides the point. And then you have to pay more for it. How is that even okay? Like, when I call and reserve a car, you say it's going to be there, good to go. It's not my fault you don't have whatever kind of car you need, right? It's just absolutely ridiculous. If you don't have that car, then you should not charge me for something else. So anyway, I just let the insurance lady deal with it. I was like, you know what? I got to go to work. Give me whatever. I called the lady on the insurance from their insurance and said, you need to call these people and deal with it because I'm not. And then the body shop gets the bumper off, and they found more damage under the bumper, which I'm kind of glad because I don't think people realized how hard this lady hit me, because the bumper didn't have a whole lot of damage to it, and I don't think they believed me that she hit as hard as she did, because I went to the emergency room and everything because it hurt my neck, and they didn't, everybody was acting like I shouldn't have even went or whatever. But now it's taking even longer, and it's just a mess. And then I think about that lady that hit me, and I'm thinking, I bet she's sitting at home with her feet propped up, drinking her glass of wine, petting her dog, not having to worry about any of this stuff, and it drives me nuts. And I gotta stop because it doesn't help, but it just makes me annoyed because the person who did nothing is the one that's suffering. And it's an accident. That's what it's for. But it just seems like everybody's trying to make it more difficult than it has to be. I did get a lawyer, so that's helping some of it. But I still am the one that's having to take the car to get it fixed and deal with it. Anyway, that was a long rant. I just need to get that off my chest. Anyway, I will never ever use Hertz again. They're terrible. They have terrible customer service. They have terrible. Uh, their employees are miserable. You can tell, and terrible service. Period. There's a lady that got there the same time I did at the body shop to get her car fixed, and she used Enterprise, and the lady from Enterprise came and picked her up with their car, all this kind of stuff. And the Hertz is like, well, we got to get your license. And I'm like, they have these things called an iPad where you can scan my insurance, you can scan my ID, you can swipe my card for the deposit, whatever. And then you take a lift back to your shop or whatever. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And it just didn't make any sense. Terrible. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, I've been feeling much better this last few days, actually. Friday, I started feeling better. I couldn't go to work on Thursday because I had vertigo really bad. But Friday, I got better and went to work. And then yesterday, my friend Brooke and Katie came over, and we went and saw Aladdin at the Fox Theater, and it was so awesome. And that was a really good time. We had lunch before and all that, and then I just kind of relaxed the rest of the evening and did some knitting, and then today I got up and I've been cleaning. Excuse me. And I went and got my hair cut. It looks terrible right now because it always does right when I get it cut. And then today is laundry day. So after I record this, I will start laundry. And next weekend, I am leaving for vacation, and I cannot wait. I am taking my mom on a cruise. We're going, if there's no hurricanes coming, we leave from Tampa, and we're going to go through like Cozumel and the Grand Caymans and have a couple days out at sea. Got a really good deal, and I just can't wait I need it. I'm hoping my car is fixed by then. Yeah. So, it's been very stressful, but vacation is coming, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And Diamond's going to go stay with Brookie. Yeah. My friend Brooke, she fosters dogs, and she has a couple of her own, obviously, and so Diamond enjoys going over there. She gets to play and be petted on because she acts like she doesn't ever get any attention when she's here. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? It's just been, I really shouldn't complain. Things are great, really. Just the whole car thing, and it's been stressful, and then when you're sick and you don't feel good and you're having to deal with that kind of stuff, it just makes it worse. But things are great. Work's great. I've been there a year. I don't know if I talked about that last time. August 21st was my year anniversary, and that was awesome. And yeah, it's good. So I have lots of stuff to show you. So I need to quit running my mouth about nothing that you don't care about and get into the knitting. So I have one discharged object. So that's my finished objects, and it's this hat. think last time I showed you, I ran out of wool, so I needed to ball up the other skein and just finish off the hat. Really, I think all I needed to do was the decrease section and everything. Give me kisses. So this is the, I believe this is the adult medium size of the Bankhead hat. It's a pattern on Ravelry. I love this pattern, and it's a great unisex pattern. And the wool is, I forgot, and I don't think I have it, but let me double check. Let me see. It's not food. Oh, here it is. Is this wool stock, and it's the blue sky fiber. I got this at Eat Sleep Knit, and it's because they're 50-gram balls that were really affordable. But it's blue sky fibers, wool stock worsted. And again, it's 50 grams, 123 yards, and it's 100% fine Highland wool. And the color was cast iron. So I made that. It's gonna be very warm. I made this for the hats to be donated. So I guess that's all the things I finished, but it kind of leads me into, I cast on another hat. Same yarn and everything. I'm making this one a little bit smaller, probably a kid's size or adult small. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna do the ribbing. It's still gonna be a Bankhead, but I did a 2x2 rib, twisted rib, just to change it up a little bit. And I'm gonna not do the ribbing as long, and make it a little bit smaller, and hopefully I can get a hat out of this leftovers. Hopefully, we'll see. So yeah, that's one, and this is in one of my drawstring bags from Erin. She's giving me on 418, and her shop is Southpaw Creations. This is like one of the first bags I ever bought when I first started knitting. So anyway, so I got that one, and I've cast on a couple of new things too, but I don't remember. Yeah, here's one. And because I'm going on a cruise, I wanted to cast on some socks to have a couple things to knit on. So I cast on these. These are just some 1x1 ribbing. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this actually, but let me tell you about the yarn. This is Knit Picks fingering weight 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the color is, I don't have a name, but the color number is 66357. They're pretty. I'm doing these 2 at a time again. But what I want to talk to you about is I learned kind of a new cast on. I was hanging out with Kirby, and I usually do a long tail cast on, right? Because I do cuff down, and that's pretty stretchy. But sometimes they're still a little bit tight. So what she does is she does it over 2 needles, right? And then what she does is she casts on just like normal, but she does it over the needles like this, right? So just like this, and then what you do is you pull, you have to pull one of the needles out, and making sure that you keep the one in there. And then you pull it back down on your cord, and you find the the halfway mark, and then you can get set up so you can just start knitting after it, in the round after it's cast on. And I really like it. I mean, it's really stretchy, but it's still tight enough that it, stays on really well. So the only thing about it is that when it just makes this first row look a little bit wonky, right? Because your stitches are super, so it just looks a little bit weird. But the rest of it, looks just fine. So you can't really tell unless you're looking at it up close. That's the only thing, is that your cast on edge looks a little wonky. But yeah. So I cast those on. So those will be fun. And I put them in this project bag because I thought that would be appropriate for being on the boat, right? Yeah. So those will probably just be vanilla socks, meaning I just knit stockinette. So that's one. And then let's see. These you've seen before, these socks. But I have made some progress. So I finished, have the ribbing, and I put in the contrast heel. And this is a Fish Lips Kiss heel. I really like the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and then I'm on the foot here. So last time you see it, I hadn't put in the heel. So I really like that. And I think I'm going to have enough to do the heels and toes. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do that with this, and then I'll see how much I have left of this, and if I need to rip back the toe, I will. But I think I should have enough for heels and toes. But I think that just matched so good. I bought it as a kit, so but I love that. I love this color. What color is it? So this is Northbound Knitting yarn. Oh, here's the main color all caked up, or balled up, really. So the main color is Superwash Merino Nylon 7525, and it's Hiziki, Hiziki, and the mini skein is a 7525 in the colorway Absinthe. There's the information. And it's Northbound Knitting, northboundknitting.com. I got this at Eat Sleep Knit too, and I love it. So I'll be taking those with me as well. This is in my bag I got from my cookies and milk bag from the Limitless Crafter. She's Crafty podcast. I miss her podcast. She's a lot of fun, Kina. Let's see. That showed you. Oh, I've done a little bit more crochet on this. It's gonna be like a little stroller blanket, or a car seat blanket or whatnot. So I decided I still got a pretty good bit, so I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. If I think I have plenty to make it, a little bit longer. That way, you can fold up a little bit at the top if it needs to, and then put a border around it. But that's been fun. It's just a shell stitch pattern, crochet pattern. So if you can do chain and double crochets, you can do this pattern. It's really easy, especially once there's a setup row that's can be a little tricky, but once you get it going, and you can just search on YouTube shell stitch pattern, and there's lots of tutorials. But basically, the ends are a little different, so that it so that you can keep the edges straight. But basically, you're doing you're knitting into the space, or crocheting into the space. So there's like 5. You put so for instance here, And this thing, you put in 5 double crochets, and then in the middle stitch here you do like a V stitch, so a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and you just repeat that all the way across. And on the ends, depending on which side you're on and which row you're on, you're either doing a V stitch or you're doing like a half a shell basically. So you only do 3 double crochets or whatnot. So yeah, that's been fun. I got my drop spindle out, and I think I'm wanting to do that today. Do a little bit of drop spindling. I haven't showed this in a while. I haven't done it in a while, but look how pretty. So I want to do a little bit of that. So I got that out, but I haven't really worked on it. But I've been in the mood, so I need to do. And then I've also did some knitting on this blanket. This is just a ripple blanket. Last time I showed you I was here. So I got through a couple of colors. I'm going to go ahead and move that up, because I'll forget. And yeah, I'm doing it on my Chow Goose. This is Karen Big Cakes. This is how much I got left of this one. See, they're still big. It's still big. But I got 3 of them to go through. See how big? It's bigger than my face. But I got them on sale, and I saw on the tag the pattern, and I was like, ooh, I want that. It was on a different one, because this one has a scarf on it. But so it said you need 3, so I got 3. But Karen Big Cakes, I believe I got it at Michael's, and this is in the Cookie Crumble colorway. And then it's a number 4 medium. It's 100% acrylic. It's a very soft acrylic, and it's 10.5 ounces or 300 grams. It's got about 603 yards in there. That's a lot. So yeah, that's been fun. I've kind of been it kind of does make my hand tired, because it's most of the stuff I'm knitting lately is on really fine yarn. So it uses a little bit more muscle, and then you have to purl on the way back, so which I don't typically mind, but it can make my arms a little tired, so I can't knit on it too long at a time, but I am enjoying it. And I'm the type, like, I like having finished objects, but I just knit what I feel like knitting on. One more thing, and this is the thing I've been working on the most. And this is the sweater for my godmother, and it is the Pappas pullover. Isn't that cute? I think she's really gonna like it. I showed it to her. We had dinner a little while ago, and I showed her, and she loves the color. It's perfect. She really likes it. So if I can, hopefully it'll fit, and it'll be great. But this is Knit Cafe Midori. It's a oversized boat neck pullover. So I'm more worried that it's gonna be too small than I am that it's gonna be too big. Because it's supposed to be kind of big. But anyway, we shall see. Let's see what it looks like so far, because I have done a lot of knitting on it. So this is how much. So I cast on over here, and then I knit, and then you bind off to make the neck hole. So that's pretty good. And then I've been knitting more on the back side, so got that much. So still got a little ways to go. I'm really having to trust the pattern, because again, I've never knit anything like this before, and this construction is different than but I'm just doing what the pattern says and going from there. Oops, I'm showing it to you kind of inside out. There we go. But that's a lot of knitting. And what I'm doing is I'm holding double Kid Silk Rowan, Kid Silk Haze. They're 25-gram balls, and they're 70% mohair and 30% silk. And I was trying to see if it had a color name on it. These are $15 a whack, so it's gonna be it's a little bit expensive of a sweater, but she's gonna love it, and I know she'll take good care of it. And really, I've enjoyed the challenge of knitting this, and the only thing I'll tell you, the only thing that I'm not really liking is this little sections through here. It's kind of like, it looks like a seam, and that might be on purpose, but it's on both sides, and this is actually the cuff of the sweater. But there's a certain stitch you do through here, and it causes this whatever, and I don't exactly like it. But I'm kind of starting to see it more like a design feature than like I'm doing something wrong. But it's just, I've been trying to figure out how I can, tighten that up a little bit, but nothing that I've done. So I'm not really worried about it. It kind of, since at least it's on both sides and it looks the same. So maybe it's supposed to be a little bit like that. I don't know. But as long it's different, so. This is very fuzzy, and it gets little fuzzies all over the place and in my nose. But yeah, I've been having a good time knitting that. And that's in my Harry Potter bag. Ooh, I love this bag so much. Okay. Sorry if that felt like I went through that really fast, but I have a lot to show you, and that's all the knitting that I've done. And really, I have actually put some squares on my my scrappy sock yarn blanket, but I'm not going to show you that because it's just 2 squares, and I'll show you when I get more. But I have gotten lots of happy mail, and I wanted to share that with you and let you know, tell everyone thank you for who have sent it. You still have a little bit of time left to get this in, if send anything. So I'll actually extend the knit along until the second week of October, because the first week I'm gone. So I'll keep everything open. So if whatever I get, I will check my mailbox whenever I come back. So if whatever I receive up until I come back will be entered for the prize. But of course, you're always welcome to send hats if you just want to, because we have lots of patients who need them and use them. And I don't sell them or anything like that. I give them away. I do not sell these. Some people have little stations up where they sell them or whatever, and I don't do that. I just give them. They can have them. I think they pay enough to have well, here in the United States anyway, you pay enough to get cancer treatment as it is. I don't think you should have to pay anyway. But I think some of them might be like through, there's a we have this assistance in healthcare or something like that people can apply for to help get a little extra funds sometimes. So some Some of them are that, but I think some of it is, I don't know. I just rather give them away. I don't. Anyway, I won't get into that. I give them away. I do not sell them. I just want to make that clear. Right, Diamond? Right? We just give it away. We don't sell it, do we? We just give it away. We just give it away. I sure do love you. Yeah, you need a bath. Okay. Oh, let me show you what I got. I'm super excited. Ugh. Okay, this one, I only have your, it's not food, Diamond. I only have your first initial and your last name for this, and I don't want to really say it over this, but I will say that you're from St. Paul, Minnesota, and show you this. And can you please send me your a message that has your Ravelry name on it, because I want to enter you for the prize, and that's how I will find you. But this is gorgeous hat. Look at this. Beautiful cables. Beautiful. And it's long, so it can be, you can fold it over and wear it. It's absolutely beautiful. And this one is made out of 100% wool, so thank you for adding that. Great knitting. So thank you so much. I will, somebody will really love this, and I'll make sure I put your name in the drawing for a prize. I haven't exactly picked out a prize yet, but I will. I will show you what you're going to win whenever I announce the winners. Then I got this package. I'm trying not to show people's addresses. So let me see if this has your Ravelry. This is from Jane. I'll say that. And Jane was super sweet, and she sent some patterns too, so that's really fun. Some different ones that she made. And I was just reading through the note. It's super cute. And I think you're a nurse practitioner. So that's really cool. Retired, it says. So full-time knitter, yes. So thank you for sending these. These are beautiful. And she said these are she says that some info that she has that say that chemo hats should be made from softer, more expensive yarns than acrylic, but acrylic is all that you have for hats. You knit out of whatever you want. And these hats are super soft, and don't worry about it. The patient can judge for themselves. This is what I try to get people to understand. That's why I just said we can label them with what's in it, so they know if they have a wool sensitivity, and then know how to care for it. But they can touch it and feel it and decide, hey, I like that. That feels good to me. I want to wear it. Everyone's different. It's just like some people think some wool is scratchy and some people don't. So I wish you could see Diamond playing with her toys right now. She's so cute. She's rolling around. So anyway, I love these, and the acrylic is wonderful. You fret. But look how cute. love this color. It's got some yellow. I don't know if you can really tell. It's got some little blue in there. What a great lacy detail. So that's one. And here's this one. That's beautiful. I like that they're all kind of a little bit different sizes too. So different people can, because different people have different head sizes, right? That's cute. Well, that one's really soft too. This one's fun. I love these colors. Super soft. Ooh, pretty blue. I like that you included some that are really kind of girly, and you have also some more unisex ones for the men too. Let's see, that's cute. This one looks fun. Haven't seen one like that. You sent this pattern though. How cute is that? It looks like a bow kind of. I love it. Another one of these. And I bet this one was fun to knit. Look at those little bow stitches. It's cute. So thank you for sending all of those. Every hat member gets a entry. So thank you, Jane. I really appreciate it. Come back because I try to, that way I remember who. Excuse me for coughing. So that way I remember who sent them. And then I got this one. This is from, let me see. Yeah, I thought it had a little card in it. But if you don't mind sending me your name, your Ravelry names too. That way I can contact you. I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong. Ninfa, Ninfa. Thank you so much for the sweet card, the sweet words. This is a pretty card. But she sent a lot of hats too. Super fun. That's fun little detail. The little garter ridge. Love it. Pretty color. Ooh, this one's fun. Looks like you held that double. I kind of like this side. Is it supposed to be this side? This is, I kind of like that. And this is the other side. But, tell me, is this supposed to be the outside? I kind of like that. Maybe I'm just silly, but I like that. And oh, look at this. Oh, cute. Like a little rolled brim. And another one like that, of different colors. Beautiful. And then this one. I love that texture. And this is a folded brim that's already attached or whatever. Cute. Thank you so much for sending these. Very, very, very kind. I'm excited to take these to the patients. They really get excited and they love it. So thank you. And then I got one more to show you. We'll just put this back on. It was fun going to the post office and getting all of these. haven't gotten mail in a long time and like getting, well, except for bills. Who, ugh. But it's fun getting mail. Last one though. Uh, this is from Rachel, and she is from Night Owl Fibers. She is a yarn dyer, and I have some of her. I bought some of her yarn. I've been hoarding. I've had it a couple of years now, I guess, and it's in like I think it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something like that, and some sock yarn, and I was planning on finally casting it on for Christmas this year. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to buy some new yarn because I want to replace it. She has beautiful stuff, so I'll tell you more about her in a minute. But she sent some beautiful hats as well. And look how beautiful. And this is some of her hand dyed yarn. This is this is her card. And it's 100% superwash merino wool, and the color is called Morning Song colorway. Look how beautiful. I love this blue and this. Oh, I love that color. It's beautiful. And then this one. She's so talented. So this one is gillyweed. Gillyweed. Who else gets the reference? Love these colors. And she wrapped them up so nicely. And then some more. This one. Look how pretty! Oh! This is some more of her hand-dyed yarn, and it's in the campfire colorway. Isn't that beautiful? So soft and beautiful. I love these colors. That'd be a beautiful sweater for the fall. And then this one is Golf Princess. Lots of purpley mauvey colors with some gray and blue. Kind of blue. Mostly purples, purpley blue, and mauve-y purples and pinky. Absolutely beautiful. You can see why everyone loves her yarn so much. And then this one, love this one too. I don't think she has one I don't love. Oh, it's so pretty. This one is in the Queen of Hearts colorway. Again, it's 100% superwash merino. It's so beautiful. And by the way, her Etsy shop, in case you what are you doing? Oh, there you go. One of my bags was sitting on her toy and she's trying to get it. So it's her shop name is www.etsy.com/shop/Night Owl Fibers. She's wonderful. She's so sweet. Her mom is as well. They've sent me bags before, one with a little doxy on it, and they're just very, very sweet. And they always have been so supportive of the podcast, so thank you so much for that. And then she was naughty, and she sent me something, which is very, very sweet of you, and it makes me happy. And it's perfect. But she sent me this. Ooh, hold on. My battery's getting low. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful. Greens and blue. She knows me. And this is Off to See the World. This is from her Traveler's Collection, or Travel Collection. And these are her basic socks. So it's 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. Weight. And oh, it's so soft. So now I can put this in the stash, and I can not feel bad about finally knitting her Christmas colorway socks. So, thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you for the hats. Thank you everyone who's participated. I will definitely, and she sent this beautiful card too. Thank you for supporting the podcast, and thank you so much for, actually that just gave me a great idea. Since one of the prizes is going to be some Night Owl Fibers yarns. So whoever wins, I will, at least one of you will go and pick out a color from something that's available in her shop, and we will send you some yarn. That's what it's gonna be. So, because I'm keeping this for me. But I will, we'll see what's in her shop whenever I announce the winners, and we'll let you pick out something. And we will get that sent over to you. Hope that's okay, Rachel. And that is what I have. Oh, and then Miss Scott sent me some hats last time. Thank you so much. And I showed those off on the last podcast, but she was very, very sweet, and she said that I've been talking about getting the Addy hat machine, so I could make more hats for my patients. I could crank them up and have more to give to them. And so I've been thinking about that, but they cost a little bit of money, and so I've kind of been really looking into it. Is this something that I really want to do and get, and would I use it? And I really believe I will. And she was super nice, and she wanted to start off my savings to get one. And so she sent me a little letter, and she sent me a little bit, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for that. This will definitely go towards getting an Addy hat machine, and it will be put to good use. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I am hoping that I can get one by Christmas. So thank you for doing that. That was very, very sweet. I have a huge mess here, and Diamond is mad because she can't get on the couch. And there we go. Just crawl over everything. Why don't you? Anyway, I hope you are all doing really well. I'm gonna go, and my phone is gonna die soon, so I need to get it plugged up, and I need to work on getting this uploaded, because I have so many issues. Anyway, hopefully the sound will be better this time. If not, I don't know what else to really do. So I apologize. But if that, I will not be offended if you can't hear it and you don't watch it. That's just, I'm sorry. But it, there's nothing else I can do without investing a lot of money, and frankly, I'd rather buy yarn with it, with that money and stuff. So Hopefully you can hear though, and because I recorded last time on my iPad, I'm going back to my phone, so hopefully that'll help. Uh, anyway, I hope you're all doing well. It's supposed to be fall. It's so hot here still. It's like getting into the 90s, and I try not to complain about the heat, but I'm ready for the cooler weather. I appreciate that we have seasons, and I'm ready to go to the next one. It's time. It's hot and sticky, and I'm ready. Anyway, um, again, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks. I will see you. It'll be October, probably like the 7th, 8th, somewhere around there. I'll try to record another podcast. So until then, have a good day and happy knitting, and we'll see you later. Remember, one stitch at a time. I used to say that all the time. One stitch at a time. That's what I gotta tell myself. One stitch at a time. Bye.